Let's dive right in. Let's dive right in. This is part 3 of part 3. This is third night of playing the City of the Red Crown realm by Aaron Jolliffe, uh, which is a third-party realm created for the RUNE RPG. It is the third part of the Queen of the Past series that Aaron has been working on, which is a series of connected realms, which is very cool. There's cool things that you can see that happen in this one that are reflections of decisions that you made in the previous ones. It's very neat. It all takes place in this awesome city where this immortal queen exists. I have been hunting her down as best I can these last couple nights. Tonight should be the last night. I can't imagine we go beyond tonight because I have essentially explored. Let me show you my map because I've got some new paths on it. I have explored almost every part of this map. The two things that I haven't been to at all are 2C, which I don't know how to get to yet, and point 5, which is where the queen is. This is the castle. I've left myself a note here that says part 3. Start by going to East Grade for a delve. There's a delve here at 4B that I can do now that I have befriended Oleana and have a little affinity with her. So I'm back at the starting point right now. I just finished a fight that was, if you watched it last night, I went in with supreme arrogance in that fight and then kind of got knocked around a bit. I had some good fights and I had mostly good fights last night. And then that last one humbled me. So I am going from here into East Grade. Ideally, whatever I find in 4B has what I need to move on, because from the notes that I've taken, there's nothing else that I can do. So I'm hoping that 4B's got it with this delve. We will find out, and then kind of go from there. So I am gonna get started here. All right, so with Aaron's rules, when you move from one district to the next, so like one of these colored areas into another one, you roll a die to see how much the city guard is kind of like narrowing in on you. So that's one of the ways that this clock fills in. I rolled a 1, which is great. So they're really not on my trail as I'm moving around here. Alright, so we're at 4A. I'm going to move over to 4B. There's no clock that has to get marked moving within a district, so I'm at 4B. Oh, that's right. Aaron also told me that this is a gear item. I'm going to go look that card up real quick before I dive in. Yeah, Aaron watched last night's thing and said that this is a piece of gear. Queen's Gate. Queen's Iron. Here it is. Once per encounter, before rolling your stamina dice for the round, you can deploy a 1 health unit to an adjacent space. While within 0 to 1 range of it, you have 1 block. Oh, it's kind of like the Ferromancer spell. You have the Ferromancer spell. That's really cool. That's a cool piece of gear. Like Aaron had reached out and said, I don't know if you're going to use it because your build's pretty good. I'm not going to use it because I like my build, but it's a cool piece of gear that I have. Alright, we're on to 4B. We're hopefully cracking the code on the mystery of how this whole thing is working. So, 4B, East Peak. As a reminder, the eastern mountain is covered in long grass and wildflowers that sway in a cool, refreshing breeze. What should be a picturesque scene is spoiled by the shadow of the Queen's palace, like a blot of black ink spilled on a beautiful painting. I love that. I love that. I've already been here before. In fact, this was the first fight I did. so long ago, I came here to clear out access to this delve. Because this is a unique fight, so it stays marked even if I died or rested and anything like that. Normally the map resets, but unique enemies are dead. So I don't have to fight it again. I cleared this out a long time ago, and now I'm seeing I have my way into 0.5. So let's mark the delve. Let's mark the clock. All right, affinity 1+ with Oleana, which we have because we went and kind of helped her out when she was fighting off some soldiers earlier. Add a connection between this point and 0.5. We did it. We found out how to get to the queen. Now, one thing, I mentioned this last night that I have deep regret with is that I didn't fight the queen better in the first prologue fight. You fight her in the very beginning, and I was like, I'm just gonna lose. I'll just let her kill me. Forgetting that I could have broken some of her like body parts ahead of time, and those would have stayed broken. So I'm going in against a fresh queen here. I might die a couple times, but hopefully I kind of make progress each time by taking out her stuff, her components. So I didn't figure out how to get to 2C. I didn't figure out how to get to 2C. Interesting. I don't really want to risk it and like go over there and see if I missed something. I think I just want to go fight the queen. I just want to go fight the queen. Alright, I'm fighting the queen. I guess I have to... Do I roll for moving into District 5? I guess I should look and see if District 5 doesn't have... Oh, traveling to or from this point doesn't progress the realm clock. Okay, got it. Answers my question immediately. Hey, this might be a short stream if I kill this queen right away. Wouldn't that be neat? Wait, do I... How's my health? I think... Oh, it should be at full. I rested. Okay. Okay. This is it. The final step in your journey is at hand. You pass through the towering palace doors and walk the vaulted halls unimpeded. She's waiting for me. When you arrive at the throne room, the queen is waiting. Alright. The fight against the queen begins automatically when you arrive at this point. So, you can't, like, see that it's the queen and be like, I'm gonna bounce. You have to fight right away. Depending on your actions while exploring the realm, you may be able to bring an ally into the fight with you. If you meet the conditions for multiple allies, choose one. I don't even know who this is. How did I not find this person? I never met Gia. And Oleana I only have an affinity 1 with. So if I get my ass kicked and make, like, no progress, I might move around and see if I can just find these people. Shaver I can't do because I didn't finish Basin of Defiance, so I definitely don't have Shaver's affinity. But there's gotta be another way to get a point for Oleana. And I would at least like to know who this person is. Alright, Rune Lord, Queen of the Past. Here we go. Let's set up our terrain here. This terrain is different than that's in this. And this terrain... That must just be a typo. Must be a typo because the queen is on B1. And you can't be on permanent terrain. So I'm going to follow this terrain. So I'm basically going through her doors here. I'm like, hello. I'm the Engraved. I'm here to hang out. Possibly try and kill you. I don't know. You got a rune for me that I can take? Alright, so that's me. Then the Queen and 2 Royal Sentinels in kind of like the back of the room. I'm gonna make the queen this. Oh, she wears the red crown, so of course she's gonna be the red skeleton, and then I'll make a couple of little soldier dudes as her sentinels. Great. We've got our setup. All right, let's see if there's anything else I need to know. Phase shift 1. When the Queen of the Past is reduced to 0 health, she moves to A2 and becomes the Queen Eternity Failing. Any lingering effects on her end? If you had any gear or anything. Okay. I guess we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Cool. All right, let's look at her sheet. I have done a delve that makes this no longer true. I did a delve, so I've removed her immortality trait. So this enemy cannot be reduced to less than 1 health. Great. She does have all of her stuff. So I have to basically try and take out her components here. This is interesting. Silver Skin has block 1 while engraved is out of range. So when I'm out of her range, she has block. That's interesting. That's interesting. And then the Masterwork weapon makes that easier. So right now, effectively, she has 7 plus 4. She has 11 health. And apparently a second phase that I have to worry about. So we'll figure that out here in a second. And then the Royal Sentinels. So, okay. Don't panic, Clover. Royal Sentinels each have 4 health. We'll fight and kill them. And then she has kind of a variety of different healths that I will track here. Gotta get all my dice ready. 4, 4, and 3. Okay. Cool. Clover, leave it. Tried to take that die. She tried to eat it. Don't eat dice. Don't eat dice. Alright, let's dive in. She's got special stuff. She's got a shit ton of special stuff. The Royal Sentinels are ranged weapons, which is rough. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Let's dive in. Let's see how the fight goes. This is very calm music for this fight against the Queen. Very calm. Maybe too calm. Maybe I need something... I don't know. Is there something slightly more exciting? I'll see if I can find something. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. Alright. Let's see how it goes. Let's roll for the Sentinels. We'll go yellow, then blue. 3 and 1. Alright. And then the Queen gets a 2. Okay. Let's start moving these guys. Moving 2, moving 1. 1, 2. Moving 1. I am within range of this guy, because they're ranged combat. Which is mean. The Queen of the Past on a 2 is a melee person. She doesn't move. And she adds scarlet spikes to an adjacent space. Right, so it's a hazard. Okay. I mean, I'm going to play her smart. She's going to put it here. I'm going to make it red, too, so it's a scarlet spike. So she's not going to move. So I don't really have to worry about her, other than she's putting stuff on the map, which is going to mess with me. Hey, Scarlet, good to see ya. It's going, I mean, we'll see. I just started the first round of combat against the boss. I am not using a virtual tabletop. I am actually using Affinity Publisher. because that's where all of my resources are anyway, like cards and grids and everything. And this is a font. Like, this is the dicier font that you can just change. So I do this really weird by playing it in Affinity rather than on a virtual tabletop. Aaron, who created this realm, did create a very cool virtual tabletop rune board. I don't know, I'm a creature of habit and I have terrible habits. Okay, so right now I'm only facing some danger from this guy. Let's see what I'm going to do. 6 and 5 is a spectacular way to start this fight. Let's see what we can do with 6 and 5. As sort of a refresher, reminder of what my build is, I've got the Great Axe, which has massive damage and the cleaving ability, but only works on 4s, 5s, and 6s. I've got the Dagger, which works most of the time, is mostly focused on movement, not a lot of harm. But these two things combined get me a decent amount of movement for my piece of gear. This is a new piece of starting equipment, which is the Eye of Yore. If you move at least 3 spaces this round, you get to deal your harm before enemies do, which is very cool. So I should be able to move. Ooh, actually, I don't have enough. This is interesting. I actually sometimes don't want to roll that good. All right. We'll figure this out. Where did I get the tokens for the engrave? These are all from the Noun Project. So the Noun Project is a great website that has really cute tokens and icons and stuff like that. You can download like the standard black versions of them as PNGs for free, I think. I have the account. I think it's just $20 a year. Then you can get them as files that you can change the size, the color. You can take away elements. They're like Photoshop files. It's a nice website for tokens and icons and stuff like that. Free and a small pay version. Okay, so 6 and 5. If I do it like this, I got 2 movement. I do have a lot of harm. I'm not looking to, like... If I go here, I can kill one of these guys. I am going to take harm from them, but I'll kill one of them. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go like this. Bop, bop. Move 2. Right? Because otherwise... Actually, I'll just do this. This is better, because I get a block out of it. And I deal more harm. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this. So moving 2, I don't get to use my Yore thing, which is a bummer. So I'm only blocking 1 of the incoming 3 harm from these guys. Oh no, 4 harm. Shit. Okay. I'm taking 3 damage. I gotta focus on taking out the queen's stuff. I gotta remember how to do that. And then I obliterate this dude. And when they die, the closest enemy regains 1 health, but nobody else has taken any damage, so that's fine. Cool. Excellent. Oh, nice. You've seen Noun Project and all that stuff. Oh, cool. You're using Rune Board. Yeah, Rune Board's awesome. Aaron, it's such a cool thing that Aaron made. It's very neat. All right. I took a little damage, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Let's see what the enemies are going to be doing here. Sentinel. You got a 1 and a 3 for the queen. Alright, so this guy's going to keep just moving 1. I know that guy's thing. He's moving 1 and harming 2, right? And the queen, I said, is a 3. Fist of Iron. Move 2. It's a melee thing. And she's just going to pummel me to death. Alright, so she comes barreling towards me. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? Alright. So... she's got a shit ton of harm coming my way. Here we go! Let's see how this goes. 5 and 1. Ones are just, you know... you play Rune enough, and ones are just gonna be devastating to you all the time. They're always devastating. What can I do with a 5 and a 1? I don't want to be on top of the queen, necessarily, because unless I use my dagger, I can't really hurt her back. I'd like to get away from her. If I do that, I get to move 1 and deal 3 and get a big cleave off. Which I think I'm probably going to do. I think I know I'm going to die. I think I know I'm going to die, right? So my goal is to try and knock out some of the queen's components. If I make this a 6, I can't move with the great axe, which is not great for me. And if I do this, I get 1 movement. I can block 1, and then I'm dealing 2 harm. I would rather do this to get the cleave off and hit multiple targets. So I'm going to go here. So I'll go there. We all hit each other at the same time because I didn't get to activate my Eye of Yore, which is a bummer. So I deal 3 to each of them. Brings the soldier down to 1. I have to decide which component I want to hit on her. 3. I think I want to prioritize taking out the silver skin, the blocking stuff for her. So her silver skin is down to 1 HP. Cool. Her silver skin is down to 1 HP. 1 HP on that, 1 HP on the soldier, and then I take 2 from her and 2 from the soldier, so I take 4. Yeah, see, my build has virtually no blocking to it. It has this 1 block 1 on it. The whole build has to count on me getting a lot of movement, so I deal my harm first. It at least lets me kill, like, mobs before they can kill me. I'll still get into, like, a bout with bosses. And so maybe I will end up using that piece of gear that I got, but for now I'm going to keep going. You know, I'm going to keep going. Alright, the Sentinel gets a 3, and the Queen gets a 4. I think it's the same thing for the Queen. I don't think her stuff is changing. Sentinel on a 3 has more movement. I've been moving them first, so I'm going to move them first. They're on top of me. The Queen is going to stay where she is then, because we can't all occupy the same space. But I do have a shit ton of damage coming my way. Again, it's another 4 damage. But that gives me a chance to kind of kill the dude, break the stuff, all that sort of good stuff. 6 and 1. Oh, that's devastating again. Actually, 6 and 1 is... it's brutal for a different reason. Because I can't do this movement one that I wanted. So I could go here, move 1. I get out of the Queen's way, actually. Then I block 1. Yeah, actually, I'll do that. I move 1. I block 1 of the 2 harm that's coming my way. Actually, the soldier's not hurting me right here. Because they are... I totally mismoved this. Soldier doesn't want to get into my space. I gotta move them back. I forgot that the soldier is not a melee soldier. They're a ranged soldier. So they're happy with where they are. It's the Queen that's in my face. Okay. I want to get in the soldiers' faces if I can, but I can't. I don't have enough movement. Alright. Figured it out. Yeah, this is infinitely worse for me. Because now they're not next to each other for a big cleave. Big old cleave. If I do that, I'm blocking one of the... So I'm taking 3. And then I'm doing 2 harm, which is enough to take out her thing. Yeah, I mean, that's what I gotta do. I have to do that. If I put the 6 here, I'm not doing anything. Because it doesn't hit things that are in the same space. Alright, so I gotta do it like that. Moving here. I'm gonna move... here. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna move here. So I block 1 of the 4 harm that's coming my way. So I'm down to 2. And then I do 2 harm. I'm gonna do it to her silver skin, which busts that component. So that component is dead. She does not have this anymore in any future fights. So now she just has her 4 health and then this thing. Ideally, I can take that thing out as well before I die. It's just 3 health on it. And then that way, next time I fight her, I just have to put 4 damage into her to move her into the next phase. Okay, cool. So that's that. I've restarting Rune, and I'm on Grim Coast with the starting gear, trying to be powerful, but really I'm just a puny dude walking around without a shield because I like the amulet and erupting flame. I love that build. I love doing that. I rely on the amulet, and then just go around trying to be powerful. I like Great Axe, Flame Spell, and the amulet, which is a truly horrible build because both of those require 4 pluses. So you get fucked all the time, but it's a funny thing. It's a funny build. Oh, you gotta remember that amulet. The amulet's key. It's everything. Sentinel and Queen. 1 and 1. Okay. That's great news for me, actually. Okay, cool. So 1 and 1. The Sentinel's happy with where they are because they are at the closest possible range. And then her 1 is a melee attack. Harm 2, and then she's going to add more Scarlet Spikes. So she's going to put down some more spikes on the board. I just got to get away from her. If I can get away from her, I might be able to kill this guy. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what I roll. Again, I know I'm going to die this fight, so it's kind of about taking out components. So we'll see. 5 and 2. Ah, okay. 5 and 2. So the 2 goes over here. Doesn't work with the axe. If I do this... I still don't have enough movement. Still don't have enough movement. The movement that I'm looking for. Yeah, those damn wither. That tree. If I go here, I can kill this guy, but he kills me back because I don't have my Yor. So I'm gonna die this round. There's no way to get far enough away. I guess I could go here. If I go here with my 2 points of movement, I stay out of both of their ranges. And then I try and get a better swing. Yeah, I'll try that. I'll try it just to see if I get lucky. I might be throwing away my opportunity to take out her weapon, but we'll see. Okay, let's just see it. Sentinel and then Queen. Ooh, 6 and 1. Okay, so she's standing still again. That's actually devastating news for me because she's gonna put another one of these things down, and so now she's surrounded by these. God damn it! I should have just taken out the thing. Uh, 6 is a move 1, harm 3. Okay. So they move closer. Alright. This is what I get for being greedy and seeing if I can pull something off. 5 and 1. Alright. 5 and 1. So here's how it works. Here's how it goes down. 5 and 1, I leave it like this. I'm not gonna sum them together. I'm gonna move 1 here. Deal harm 3, which kills this guy. And cleave destroys the weapon. Destroys this on the queen. And then I die immediately afterwards. This guy, when he dies, he does heal something for 1, but there's no... she didn't have anything that had HP loss. This is busted, so it doesn't come back, and this was at full health, so it's okay that he has his healing thing. Alright, so I died. But I took out her components, so I feel like if I go back into this fight, I should be okay. I just gotta nuke her. I think I'm just gonna jump right back into this fight. I have to go through like the death rules and everything like that, but yes. So when you die, any non-unique fights regenerate. So there are no non-unique fights on this map that I have found so far. So none of those regenerate. When I come back to this fight, these guys will be here. She will be here, but these things are destroyed. This is a new mechanic in this realm that Aaron created with these like components. They're like pieces of a boss fight. And when you destroy them, they stay broken. So that's kind of you're kind of like chipping away at them here. So I've taken out effectively 7 of her health permanently. So that now, when I go back, I just got to get 4 points of damage in her. And then see how that goes. I do have to go through the whole process of the death rules, though, and I have to remind myself. You start back at 1A. Full health. Then you take harm equal to the number of times you've died in this realm, rounded down. Alright, so I've died 3 times. Is it the number of times? Half the number of times. Half the number of times you've died, rounded down. So 1.5, but you round it down to 1. So I'm only taking 1 harm to start, which is fine. I'm gonna just drink my Estus flask, essentially, which lets me regain 2 health, and I get that back every time I rest and die, so I'll die again, and that'll refill, and I'll be fine. The one thing that we do have to do is we have to roll to see if this fills up, because this might slow us down on our way to the queen, so we'll roll that just to see how it goes. I got a 2. Great. So that's still good. Yeah, I mean, it's not technically called an Estus flask, but it's a flask of dimming oil, and you get health from it when you're in exploration mode, and it refills when you rest or die. So it's essentially an Estus flask, just with a cooler name. I see the Clovercam redemption. She is downstairs. If she comes back upstairs, I'll put her on. She'll come check out what I'm doing in a little bit. She'll get bored downstairs. Okay. So I move here, and then I move to the... I'm moving my line. And then I move from, up, back to the castle. Okay. I will fight you now again, queen. We will make war with one another. How's work on the Realm Atlas and Reap? Good. You know, the Realm Atlas. The Realm Atlas is, you know, that's done. That's been done for a little while. Reap is like not complete, like rules complete. I'm gonna wait for the Kickstarter to make sure that it actually funds the way that we need. And then I'm probably gonna start asking people to see if they're interested in being writers or contributors to the equivalent of the Realm Atlas for Reap, because what you call it? Wow, my brain just died. I just think it'd be cool to have people, other people's realms in the Realm Atlas instead of only mine. Just because, you know, obviously from seeing Aaron stuff, people have really cool interpretations about how to make realms. Oh, right, buying the Atlas. I gotta check the new boxes to make sure that they look good. But if they look good, then I can put them up on the site. You'll probably see a bunch of new rune stuff up on the site in like a swarm with the Realm Atlas, the remaining stock that I have of the card collection for anybody that wants that, and then the Rune Mini, which I don't have nearby, but that awesome Japanese sculptor Akinori sent me 50 of the Rune Minis to sell in the shop. So you'll be able to make the Rune Mini, get some of the, there's not that many card collections left, but you buy one of those if you want, and then the Realm Atlas. I'm glad you're so into Rune. All right, let's fight these nerds. Yellow and blue, 1 and 2. Great. I think that's the same thing. They both move in 1, arm 2. So they come marching forward. Queen gets a 4, which is her Fist of Iron. She comes rushing forward to punch me to death. Alright. Alright. That's the situation. That's the situation. Let's see what I get. 5 and 2. Alright, what can we do with the 5 and 2? Well, putting the 5 over here is really uninspired and not really helpful to us. So leaving it over here for the big hit and putting the 2 here. We have 2 points of movement and a cleaving harm 3. Now, none of them are adjacent to each other, so I won't be able to get the advantage of the cleave. I kind of want to just nuke the queen right away. I'm going to move here, which puts me out of range of both the range guys. And then I'm going to just put 3 points into the queen. She doesn't quite go down. She has 1 left. And then I take 2. But I dodged the harm from the other goons. And now I can just... I gotta put 1 point into her, right? Just put 1 point into her. And she goes into the next phase. And the next phase might be nightmarish, but at least I can see what the next phase is. Okay, let's go again. Yellow and blue. 1 and 6. Alright, so I know they're just moving closer. It's just doing a shit ton of harm. And then the queen gets a 2. Which I think is that one where she stays still. Yeah, so she stays still and then puts a scarlet spike in an adjacent space. Okay. The smart thing for her to do is to put it up here. I generally consider these having to go into empty spaces. I know it doesn't say empty spaces, but I kind of just, in my head, it just feels better to put hazards in empty spaces. The queen is the red skeleton because she wears the crimson crown. And then these are her 2 guards. And this token here is the the Scarlet Spikes traps that she puts on the ground. So she's standing there, ready to punch me to death. That's the guy that's doing way more harm. All right, let's see what I can do. 5 and 5. All right. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for your trigger, and this is it. 5 and 5. That's 3 points of movement. As long as I do move 3, we're in the clear. Moving 3 is insane. It's so weird to try and move 3 in ways that is to your advantage. Alright. I get to deal my harm before the enemy does. I mean, right now I'm just doing a massive cleave against all of them. But I'm also taking a shit ton of damage. I would like to not take a shit ton of damage. So if I go 1, 2, 3, then I'm out of this range. 1, 2, 3, then I'm out of this big guy's range, and then I'm doing a cleave on these two. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go like this. Yeah, I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. I get to do all my harm first. I do all my harm first. So I deal 3 harm to this guy and cleave across, which will take this guy down to 1 HP and bring the queen to her next phase. And then I'm also going to put the one last point into the sentinel and kill him. So he's dead. He's straight up dead, and he doesn't get to hit me back. The queen, I trigger her second phase. Okay, I think I figured this out. Okay. She's in the second phase, and this guy doesn't hit me because I'm too far away. Okay. That was a good round. That was a very good round. That was great. Thank you, Eye of Yore. You're my favorite thing ever. Is there ways to gain more stamina? There are in certain realms, but typically, and this is a rule, it's not a concrete rule, but a rule that I gave myself when making realms, was if you create an item or something that gives the engraved 3 stamina, that effect only lasts during that realm. That you have to write the item or the bonus in such a way that it says, increase your stamina +1 while you're in this realm. Just because 3 stamina is very powerful. And if you, then you're just going to go like to that realm first, get the 3 stamina, and then all the rest of the realms are going to feel kind of easy after that. So it's kind of like, you know, you get a big bonus while you're in that realm if you can find this thing, and then you go back to being a regular engraved after. Yeah, right, exactly. It makes you very powerful. And so it helps in like realms where, like you're saying, if there are these like OP bad guys and you're just getting your ass kicked, like it is kind of this cool thing where you're like, I keep losing, and then I find the thing that gives me 3 stamina, and now I'm starting to win the fights. That's a cool thing. That's a cool feeling. All right, that was a great round for me. So I just want to go look and see what the new queen's card is. She's got 8 health. I should have got my D8. Oh well. 8 health. Her range varies because she's got a bunch of different things, and it looks like she's got a lot of like weird shit that she does. So we'll find out what all of that is like. She still has the Scarlet Spikes. And I know that when I kill her, there's still one more phase. right? That's what this said. When the Queen of the Past is reduced to 0, she moves to A2. Oh, I gotta move her. I think she's moving next to me. She moves to A2 and becomes... Oh, wait, I think I'm in A2. Yeah, she moves where I am. Okay, great. We're in the same spot. And becomes the Queen, Eternity failing. And now, if she's reduced to 0, there's still one more phase. God. Alright, I'm at 10 health. At 10 health. This Sentinel's full health. Queen has 8 health. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Sentinel. It's a 1. Great. Love that. Bad rolls for the Sentinels. And the Queen gets a 3. 1 and 3. Alright, this is just moving 1. I know that. I know that he's just moving 1 and dealing 2 harm. I remember that. I don't know what the new Queen does. On a 3... Broken Crown. Move 2. Now, she doesn't have a range. So I gotta think about how I'm gonna move her here. I'm gonna assume I'm moving her away. That's how I'm gonna interpret that, is that she moves away from me. And then add Scarlet Spikes to all adjacent spaces that don't already... Okay. Okay, Aaron. So she's gonna move 2. And then add a bunch of these things. That's rude, Aaron. That's a rude thing to do. It's a rude thing to do. Alright. That was rude, right? We all see... We all see that that was a mean thing that Aaron did to me? 3 and 2. Alright. Three and 2, huh? That doesn't get us a whole lot of nothing, really. We can summit, get a big cleave hit. Nobody's nearby, but it's at least a big chunk of harm. Or can't get to the block. It's not enough to trigger on both cards, and a 5 here just gets me 2 points of movement. Actually, I'm gonna do that. It seems silly, but the dagger attacks at same range. It's one of the few weapons that the engraved can get that can attack at the same range. And this guy can't attack at same range. So I'm gonna go 1-2. This guy can't hurt me. I start stabbing him with a dagger. Okay. Alright. He's at 3 health, which is a great place to be, because that's Cleave Town. Oftentimes. Okay, that wasn't that bad. There's a shit ton of spikes on the ground, but, you know, otherwise, it's fine. Alright, the guard gets a 1 again, or, yeah, I think he got a 1 last time, and then a 6 for the queen. Oh boy. What is this? What is a 60? So the guard is gonna move 1 away. Oh, don't turn me. Don't rotate. A 6. Remove all hazards. End all lingering effects. Runes become unusable until the end of next round. Well, that's fine. I don't have any runes that are... that are the runes that you activate in combat. None of my runes do that, so that's fine for me. I'm actually thinking about one thing, is, you know, Rune Lords are unique enemies. And I have a thing that says, whenever you kill... I guess I'm not killing. I was like, do I get the bonus of regaining all my health when I move between phases? But I'm not actually killing the boss, so no. So, if you had the Fate rune that gave you +2, would you lose? That's actually a good point. I read it as I get to, that will stay because its runes become unusable because there are certain runes that you activate that says like use once in combat or stuff like that. In fact, I think both of the previous runes from this series of realms are those type of runes. So I interpreted it that my +2 would stay because I'm not using it in terms of like activating it. That's at least how I interpret it. I guess this is great news for me because it's going to get rid of all of these. And then I'm going to take 1 harm no matter what from her. Okay. That's... I was scared that she got a 6, but I'm not that scared. I got a 3 and a 2 again. Well, we could do what we did last time. I could do it to her. I could go stab her for 1. I might do that. I might get on her. Because then I'm out of this guy's range. Stab her once. You know, I summon these, put it on the dagger. Stab her. Bring her down to 7. Don't take any harm from this guy. Okay, if I... You know, I like them to be close so that I can cleave them, but if I can keep them separated enough also, that is to my advantage in that I can kind of stay out of this guy's range. In theory. Alright, that was not bad. Let's see it again. Sentinel gets a 3, Queen gets a 1. This is the move 2, I think. And he wants to be at range 1. Yeah. Move 2. Okay, so he's going to start charging towards me. The Queen, new Queen on a 1 is the Mortal Ray. It's a ranged, well, it's adjacent in range. So she will move 1 space away. And then blast me with a blast. Okay. So she moves there. So now I've got some harm coming in my way. They're still not in a good cleave position, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Let's see the roll. 5 and 5. Ooh, that's my favorite thing to roll with this. 5 and 5 is my favorite. Love 5 and 5. I get the your movement, a shit ton of harm. This is great. Okay. So... I think I should just kill this Sentinel. I know he's going to heal her a little bit, but that's kind of fine with me. I think I just kind of want him dead. Oh, but I have to move 3. I have to get 3. What's my... I have to figure out how to move 3. 1, 2... Ah, shit. 1, 2, 3. But then I can't do anything other than my dagger. Oh no, this is terrible. Moving 3 is not good for me. This card is so tricky to use. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm just daggering. Or I don't do it and I don't get my, you know. I would love to kill this guy without him hurting me back. But that's okay. I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna just take the 2 points of movement and move down here. I know I have more movement than that. I'm gonna just move here. And I'm gonna just dump 4 hits into her. Which brings her to 3 HP. I don't get hit by him because I stayed far away. And then I take how much from her? 2 harm. Okay, I think I can do that. I think I can accept 2 harm. Great. Alright, so I just gotta hit her 1 more time with a big cleave to get her into the last phase. I don't... Again, if the last phase is a whole other boss that I have to fight, I will probably lose. I don't have the stamina in terms of health, like health blocking to survive, but I'll try. All right, the guard. We got a 4, almost rolled away, and then the queen gets a 4. Both of them get 4s. All right, so they're both working with 4s here. What does that mean? It's 2 for him. I know that. He's moving 2. Bop, bop. Gets close to me. And then the queen on a 4. Ah, it's this again. So last time I did it, I had her move away from me. So I'm going to just keep doing that. And so she just fills these spots with spikes. Alright, so he's doing 2 harm to me. And she's just sitting there with her spike wall, which I might just go run into, depending on what I roll. 6 and 2. Six and 2. So I could go like that. What does that give me? 1 movement. Another cleave, which I don't really want to do. I don't want to kill this guy because it will heal him. If I just do this, I'm just moving 1. Blocking 1. Alright, I'm gonna do this. And I know I don't want to kill him, but I will. I'm going to do this because he can't hurt me here. So I'm going to do 2 points to him. He's down to 1. So she has 3 health. He has 1 health. And yes, if I kill him, she gets 1 point of HP back. But then she's alone. And I feel like that's a better fight for me. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, keep it up. Guard gets a 4 again. She gets a 6. Oh, she's doing that weird thing. Okay, so he's gonna go warp. And then with the 6 for her, she just like absorbs all these things, right? She remove all hazards, ending lingering effects. I can't use any runes, and I'm gonna take 1 point of harm from her. Okay, that's fine. So I've got one guaranteed damage coming through from her, and then he's got 2 in the chamber, unless I just kill him by using the dagger or getting a Yor shot in. Yeah, that queen is a nuisance. 6 and 4. Ooh, that seems like it might be pretty good. 6 and 4. Yeah, I mean, here's what I'm gonna... If I do this, I get 3 points of movement, which is 1, 2, 3. I get to go up here and hit her for 4. And she doesn't get to do her 1 damage because I'm doing this before she does her thing. So she just turns into her last phase. I will get hit by him for 2 harm, but I think that's a acceptable hit. I mean, the more conservative thing, I don't even know if it's more conservative, but like what I could do is I could just do this, move 1, kill this guy off, not take any harm at all other than her 1, and then she's alone. But I'm just gonna do this. This is the thing that happens to me when I play Souls games, and I'm fighting a boss, and I start to see that their health bar is getting pretty low, and I stop being safe and stop using my strategy, and I just recklessly go in and swing way more than I should, and then inevitably it punishes me. That's what's about to happen here, I think. But we'll find out. I don't know what the phase 3 of the queen is. So I'm going to move here. I get to deal my harm first, which is going to take her out, so she doesn't do her 1. She's going to go to her next phase. He will do 2 to me as a result. So I'm at 6. And now the queen is in her final phase. Right? When the Queen Eternity Failing is reduced to 0 health, she becomes the former queen. Any lingering health effects. Oh! Great! I love this for me. Great. She has 1 health. Love it. Great. Wonderful. She's just a queen. I didn't die. I'm doing great. She is the one that is in her 3rd phase. Great. All right. Let's kill her off once and for all. The guard gets a 5, and she gets, it doesn't matter what she rolls. All of her things are the same, 1 through 6. She just does 1 harm at melee range. Okay. 5 for the guard. He'll move a little closer. She will get up in my grill. And I'll be like, get out of here. I've got a big old great axe with your name on it. They each have 1 HP left too, which is going to make this great axe cleave feel real good when it happens. 3 and 3. Three and 3. All right, so 3 and 3. What can we do with that? We can sum them. I mean, I'm just gonna kill her, right? I just kill her, sum these, kill her, and I win the fight. I guess here's what I'll do. I'll sum them like this. I'll make it a 6. I'll hit him, and the cleave effect hits her because she's adjacent. Clear the whole map in 1 swing. I do take their harm back in return. The 1 from her and the 2 from him. So that puts me at 3. So I got pretty low. If I didn't have the Giant's Rune, or whatever it's called, the Fate's Foe, I would have 1 HP left. Pretty damn close. Alright, we did it. We won. We killed the queen. Former queen is dead. Bring eternity to its end. Here we go. Slain. Slain. When the former queen is reduced to 0 health, the fight ends. At last, the queen falls. Before she can even make a final sound, her body is punctured, broken, ripped apart by the overwhelming force of countless delayed years, carrying her piece by impossible piece into oblivion. Damn. Last to go are her eyes, burning with world-shattering hatred and defiance to the very end. You have killed the unkillable queen of the past. Now her power belongs to you. And you alone. Claim the immortality rune. Sick. Look at this rune. Once per realm, when you would die, set your health to 3 instead. That's a fucking great rune. That's a really good rune. Supreme power taken from the Queen of the Past and the City of the Red Crown. That's an awesome rune. There you go. That's the realm. We did it. That was awesome. That was so much fun. This was an unbelievably good realm that Aaron did. I had a blast. I hope you had a blast watching this. This was great. If you're watching this on the VOD later, links to all of this stuff will be down below. Yeah. Nice.